That's what I want to do, baby. Spend my whole life with you, baby. Oh, welcome back. I took a short break. I needed to unwind. Sometimes, right before you start something creative, you can have thoughts of self-doubt. This can come at you in waves. It can be, holy cow, where did that get from? Or where did that come from? Or it can be as simple as, wow, I sound like that? Me doing this is nerve-wracking for someone who is an overthinker, perfectionist diva. And I do call myself that because I've been called Tink for many different reasons. My Tink bombs, my cuteness, my fairy-like quirkiness, things like that, you know? But regardless, I had a slight freak out. And I went upstairs and talked to my husband, and he just said, the hair is the only thing, my love. I think it's cute, but it's definitely distracting, and maybe you don't like how it appears on there. And as far as not hearing yourself, just speak up a little bit more. You're Greek after all, or I can fix the mic for you. So little things like that, you know, they calm you down. So anywho, welcome back to LeMay's Legacies. If you're just tuning in, I'm just going over the fact that the world is in chaos right now, and we're all trying to figure out who we are during this panic. Now the thing is, everything is an analogy in life. Think of someone who really touched, weakened, or shattered you. You immediately want to compare it to something, right? Like, it hurt me like a ton of bricks. It was something that smacked me off my feet. Because that's what life is. It's all about comparison. So, to think that we as human beings don't connect by comparison and relation is to ask if you know what 2 plus 2 is. It's common sense to most. Because we are just wanting to relate on some way, right? It's an analogy. So, looking at life as if it's an analogy and as if it's something that we're supposed to unravel, it's a beautiful way to live, but it's rare. And that, my dear, is who I am. That's what my painting will reflect. That's what my music will reflect. That's what, when I sing, I'm like in this amazing mystery and I have to solve it. And I look at people that way. Because they're excellent. People are an amazing species. But sometimes I feel like I'm higher than them. I really don't know how to describe it other than a feeling of oneness. I connect to all of you because it's my experience. And in my experience, I am higher power me. And I'm able to pull this knowledge from some unlocked box. Art can do that for you. It can give you a sense of all-knowing when you don't know. It can give you a sense of answers when there aren't any. Art to me is the most therapeutic thing because people are only people. Even now, going through what I went through, most of you already know what that word is. There are so many different ideas popping in my head that I thought that I had gotten rid of. There's just like an alleyway of backed up semis of the most tempestuous times of my life, making me lugubrious and tiresome, making me cantankerous and a fighter. And then 2 minutes later, I'm perfectly fine, laughing about this fat squirrel in the window. So if any of you have dealt with stuff like this, creativity will help, baby doll. Or creativity will help, young man. Because I don't know who's going to be watching this. I was talking to someone the other day and they were talking about how they didn't want their baby name to be a male name or a feminine name. And I thought to myself, wow, what a weird way of thinking about it. A name is not masculine or feminine. It isn't. We made these words up. These words are what we call them. That is an eyeball because we call it an eye, but is an eye a male or feminine? No. And then in different languages like French or German or Greek or Italian, you have your feminine and you have your masculine. So that blew my mind, and I thought about like 1800s and stuff like that. Like, women's names were so rare and all over the place, and they sounded masculine to us now because we've broken everything down. And this goes out to those that are calling themselves them and associating with different things. Good for you. I don't want to associate as an elf. I don't want to be human anymore. I had a Lord of the Rings wedding. That's how insane I go with this. But I've never felt human, and that alone has been something hard for me to tell people, because when the red hits you, it's like everything you thought you had healed. Most of you don't know me on here because this is my new Amazed Legacies, but those who know me in real life know that I'm a hippie. I am a hippie through and through. I understand God's green beautifulness that comes and helps us, and I understand all of that, and I'm a hippie through and through, and I understand love, equality, peace, compassion. That's my heart, And this was something for me to try, but dude, I meditate. My best friend has her own page, and she is definitely on her way to being beyond amazing in this world. I'm so proud of her healing ability. But meditation is something that I do almost daily. And I journaled since I was 12, and I talk to people, and I'm very open. I guess I'm talking to you right now. I'm very open. I'm a very open person. And to me, that is a gift and a curse. And that's why I call it a curse. And sometimes when I am taking a break from life and getting green in my system, that is when I become even more open. Like I said, I see higher me, and she relates to my life. It becomes like an analogy of life. So back to what I was talking about with art and painting, and my main point for this is so many things came out when that happened, things I thought that I had healed, that I was just at a loss for words. I mean, what do you do when your brain's attacking itself? Like, you see the world as shining in rainbows, and everyone's telling you, no, honey, it's a thunderstorm. What do you do when you can't tell if people love you or if they hate you, and you can't tell if they want you around? It's like your brain plays tricks on itself. And those that have been through it, I relate to you, baby doll. And I send you so much love. Because it's something I haven't really been talking about, because I knew in time my brain would articulate the words it needed to say. But right now, creativity. Just the other night, I was at a friend's house and I did the dishes because I wanted to. I wanted to help out because I felt what I felt, and which was, someone who would understand that and be like, wow, thank you so much. The smallest act of kindness can be what changes the world around. Think about all those serial killers. Think about all those people that, what kind of life did they lead? And then I will say that, and then I'll also say this. Did they choose it? Because I truly believe that we are not our parents, okay? We are not our parents. We are not who we were 10 days ago. We're not who we were 10 years ago. We're not any of that. And that's okay. I'm happy that we are constantly adapting, constantly flowing and going with the flow, constantly growing. So why not document it? If you are a singer, sing. If you are a painter, paint. And then keep track of it, because that's a way to map your brain, honestly. Neuroscience has proven that art therapy can grow brain stems and make those wonderful black holes go away. dabbled in some things when I was younger, and because of it, I kept a journal. I have very, very hardcore short-term memory loss, but you wouldn't know it. Why? Because I keep pictures, because I journal, because I fake my brain, and I've been doing it for a long time. I truly believe that we can heal ourselves, just like the world's trying to heal herself right now. I feel like artwork is a way of tracking that. LeMay's Legacies came to me over a year ago. My husband is my best friend. He's my twin flame of 11 plus years. We've been best friends, and then the universe opened up and we both finally saw each other. Just because ours is literally a blockbuster love story doesn't mean anybody else's is less inadequate. I think everyone in this world deserves true love, whatever they want to call it. I think everyone in this world deserves to know who they are on their core. So LeMay's Legacies to me was just the fact that anytime someone's met me, other than being this gothic cheerleader, because my heart is very intense and witchy and love Tim Burton and love the macabre and believe in demons and all that. And then there's peppy Tinkerbell me. So gothic cheerleader, that describes me. And I will be doing a blog soon. One of my best friends has been talking to me about it, and I think that it might be a good idea. So I'm the kind of person that just needs to feel understood. And these different platforms that we have as humans are amazing. Like, I never really thought of trying to do anything along the lines of musical or whatever other than when I was a child. My sister also sings. We both have beautiful voices, and I'm not sure why we were gifted such things if we're not supposed to do something with them. But I made this a promise to myself a long time ago. My voice is not for hire. It's only here to inspire. And part of me believes if I use my gift, I will lose it. Now that question alone cracks me the hell up. Why the hell would I think that something as beautiful as singing, something as beautiful as playing the piano, something as beautiful as being able to empathically connect to another person I never met before because of that ability, why would I think that that's a bad thing? And that to me shows that this world has a problem with black sheep. And what I mean by that is someone they can't control. They teach us that these gifts are so rare that if we were to use them, the world would turn on us versus us saving it. And what if people like myself claimed witches, claimed whatever? What if we are causing our own witch hunt versus listening to each other? But anyway, that's not what this is about. It just kind of popped in my head because, like I said, I'm on that realm right now. I love going to this realm. Everything is possible on this realm. Like, I see this painting itself. Like, in my mind right now, there's little orange, beautiful fairies painting this side, and the red is this side, and they're telling me where to go, and it's beautiful. It's like having your own muse in your head. Think to yourself, think when you were like 5, 6, and the world did look like rainbows and butterflies. When was the point when you thought that wasn't true anymore? And do you feel when you experiment with certain things that maybe that side comes back? Is it possible that that's the side we really see all the time, and that by being sober, by being pushed to do whatever society wants us to do, whatever the world needs us to do. And I'm not bringing this up because of what's going on. If you know me as a person, I am completely always thinking like this. I came out of the womb with my own language, as my mother says, so I'm alien as it comes. That's why I said I'm an elf. I'm not human. But in this world, like, You connect to like-minded people, correct? Why is that? Why can't we like people that are so opposite of us that give us a different perspective? Because it makes you grow. And what happens when you grow? You become more comfortable in uncomfortable situations. You become more adaptable. Now that could be used wrong way. That could be a kid being forced to move from home to home. That could be a parent who keeps having different partners. But adaptability can be something that can be, once again, a curse or a blessing. Something that we can control is what we want as humans, and that is what art is. It is what you get to control at that point. If you see yourself going off the handle because someone ran a red light or didn't put a blinker on and went after you, well, that's the time that you want to see, okay, I'm definitely about to blow. What has got me there? And I'll tell you the number one that I have noticed is unappreciated. When we feel unappreciated by whatever's going on, we lash out. And we lash out subconsciously too. It might be that you yell a little bit louder at coworkers. It might be that your husband goes without a dinner. It might be a lot of things, and we do it subconsciously. And then, of course, when we're called out on it, we immediately say to them, no, I didn't do that. But the thing is, we did. As Freudian would put, it's a Freudian slip. If you're talking about someone and you say some other name, that's who you're really thinking about. So subconsciously, we can be pretty cruel. And just because we don't remember it, or just because we don't know that that's what's going on, there's no fucking excuse for that. So I've had to put myself in that because with the short-term memory loss, don't remember things. So that's when I pull out the book and I read it, but I wrote it down, but I don't remember it. So that just really blows my mind. But right now, more than ever, I want people to ask themselves, what am I good at? And what about me is so special that I am so grateful for? I give you my word, that is your gift on this planet. If you're able to connect to the elderly when everyone else doesn't think that, that's your gift on this planet. If you're able to connect to kids, that's your gift on this planet. If you're able to connect, if you're able to sing, if you're able to memorize things, all those things are meant because they're your ability. Now, everyone has that ability, but some of us, our abilities stand out more than others, depending on what it is that we're doing. I think mine was to be a muse. That's why I said my voice is here to inspire, not for hire. It will be funny to read those books, because I'm publishing them at 40. It will be funny to read those books and be like, geez Louise, I was a basket case. Or maybe I'll be going through something similar and it'll give me an answer. The only people that we can judge is ourselves. That's it. It's not right for us to judge anybody else because we don't know what they're going through. We don't know the raison d'etre, the reason to be. I love learning, and I miss going to school. But the last time I went, I couldn't pass tests because I couldn't remember things. That broke my freaking heart, man. I studied all night, but I don't write it down in a journal, so of course I'm going to forget it. And you can't tell people you suffer from whatever, because I don't want any handouts like that. I don't give a crap if they find out that I had early dementia or whatever. I don't want any handouts like that, because to me, the world is beautiful to me, and I don't want anybody thinking that I'm different. Because like I said, I get enough crap for being the black sheep. I don't need more. I'm weird and I own that. I own my weirdness. If you suffer from having problems connecting, understanding, letting your emotions out, just turn to art. That's all I'm asking. That's really what I'm trying to show with this LeMay's Legacies, is that I am writing a book. It will come out, and hopefully this will be something that starts it. Hopefully this will be water droplets. Just little tiny water droplets. And you watching me as the catalyst. If I could count how many friends that I've connected to other people and we are no longer each other's lives, but their connection stayed, if I could tell you how many, I would be a millionaire overnight. I've always had this weird ability to connect people that I can tell would be perfect. Even if that means they're no longer in my life. Even if that means that. Plus, I just love painting. I mean, look at this. It's becoming whatever color it wants at this point, even though I'm trying for orange. And if you are a professional painter and you're watching this and going, atrocious, I do apologize. I will be going back over this. This is really just a rough draft, which I don't know a lot of painters that paint in front of you. My grandmother did this. My papu did this. My yaya. Now that's a subject I could talk about forever. She has come up so much with this thing that happened to me, the miscarriage. We as women, we find something and we try to nitpick at it until we understand it, and the world tells us to let it go. And guess what? We let it go then, right? Then when it comes back, it is so much worse because we have even more questions. And so it's almost like you should let us just be detective on it and go through it and, like understand it. Because at that point, we're not asking for your permission. When this happened, I tried to get over it quickly. And I tried to handle my shit. And I tried to be boss-ass bitch that I am. But like a really mean vengeance, it started creeping up on me. Started off this one day, a little funko, couldn't really figure my stuff out. Then 2 days back to back, still funko. And then it started happening weekly. Thank God, and thank the universe and everything, that I have a very understanding husband. I mean, if I come to him with anything, he's there for me. Not everybody has that. I have an amazing best friend, Queenie, who's there for me no matter what I need. I have Mermaid, who understands me 100%, and I have Wifey. And then I have my mother and my amazing, beautiful sister. I have people that keep me in check, and even they know when I'm acting beyond cray. It's like there's little tink bombs, and then there's like, what the hell? You're about to go into like a different dimension. We've lost you. Please tell me what's going on. How can I reach you? That's what you need in life too. You need I don't want to call them security blanket because they're way more than that. I call them tribe because that's what they are. They're my tribe. They would be at my door at a drop of a hat if anything was ever wrong. They're my hearts. And they are a good, 9, 10 states away ever since the marriage, Wolfie and I moved, as most of you know. And that's another reason why I think I'm doing this. I'm connecting to those who haven't seen me in a while, but I'm also seeing if there's anybody out there who dealt with this, who felt this. And I'm also asking questions, if you want to leave them underneath, but I want to know, like, what's a better platform to use for someone who's like Edgar Allan Poe, but then 2 seconds later, Tori from Bring It On. I don't want to upset people with pictures that I thought were beautiful. I don't want to trigger people that haven't been triggered in a while. I want to stay respectful and understanding. So the platforms that I'm going to focus on is a blog, which I'll be starting soon, LeMay's Legacies, and possibly YouTube. Now, like I said, if you guys have any ideas of something different, jot them down for me. I mean, I'm fairly new to this world. I've modeled for well over 13 years, and I had many different pages over those years, but singing when I was younger and playing piano. I've been the center of attention most of my life, and I'm not wanting to do this for that. There will be times I have makeup on because I felt inspiration, so I'll jump on, but it's not because of the fact that I did that. If I'm actually doing a tutorial on makeup, then I'll be doing a tutorial on makeup, and it won't be to see how beautiful I can look. Aesthetics to me are beautiful, don't get me wrong. I'm a mermaid, ooh, shiny things, but it doesn't matter to me what I look like on the outside. I'm working on my inside. I've always felt beautiful on the inside, and I want that to shine through to myself. So when I look in the mirror, that's what I love. I had that. Found out that I was pregnant, was even happier, and then all that happened. And I'm having to rebuild self-confidence. I'm having to rebuild self-love. I'm having to rebuild confidence in general. I mean, this was a big step. Getting on here. Like I said, I just had a little meltdown and my husband was like, "You're doing great, beautiful." You have to have faith in yourself. You have to have ideas of your own. But anywho, yeah. I'm sorry that I go off on tangents like this. My brain doesn't go in chronological order, apparently. So, Yaya, whenever she saw that anybody in the family was down, would call for a meeting. And this meeting was the best meeting ever because it was where she'd have you go around, say what you're thankful for and grateful for the person next to you. So it was random, right? She really saw you down. Then she'd play piano, go through the music book. Hoopla, which one would you like to sing today? We sang Sunrise, Sunset, Turaluralura, Edelweiss. And every time that we would play a piano song, she would say to me, "Now how do you feel?" And I'd say, "Light." She said, "Light like a feather?" I'd say, "Yes." She'd say, "Okay, so when you're older and you can see that kids are sad, I want you to promise me this. You'll make them light as a feather." I promise. Everything that my Yaya taught me, she had to teach me something that's just a step further. You ever had anybody like that in your life? Where didn't matter what was going on, they were your safe haven? They were what you needed? That was Yaya. 100% Yaya. And I'm so thankful for her through this entire process. So a kind act. Why does kind act and gratitude go together? To me, in my mind, we start getting sad when we aren't getting enough of things, right? That's your ego. You need. I'm not getting enough attention from my husband. He only spends 6 hours with me a day versus the 9 I want. I'm not happy with my kids. They're getting B's instead of A's. Something's wrong. I failed them. They're slow at work, so they're cutting me. When instead, you have a job. Be grateful. You have a beautiful kid. Be grateful. You have an amazing marriage. Be grateful. When you're grateful, in my mind, when you're thankful for something, when you show it love, it nurtures. Now, don't even listen to it from a secret point of view, because most of you know the universal is. You think of it as a flower growing, okay? If you show it love, and you bring it, and you put that water, and you put the beautiful soil down, and all the nutrients it needs, and you put your hand on top of it, and you send it blessings, you send it affirmations, it's going to grow into something beautiful because you put passion into it, because you wanted that to happen. That's just going to happen. It's going to be beautiful. If you really want to be a painter, you will learn until you're amazing. Because that's it. When you put passion into something, it grows. So don't you think that that's what gratitude is? You're saying, thank you for letting me breathe. Thank you for the amazing love I have. Thank you for... Guess what? It grows because you're putting out to the universe, I'm thankful for this. So then you get received of more of that. Because the universe then understands, God, whoever it is that you talk to, then understands that you want more of that. But, red light, the kids, why can't it be like this? All it hears is you don't like what you have. And you're complaining about it. So you'll get more of that because you're talking about that. And that's where your focus is. And, think about it. Think about the last time that you were really upset at something. Did more of that happen? When you started to not focus on it, did it go away? The secret's been around for many freaking years, bro. Energy is everywhere. So if I'm sitting here and creating this interesting piece, in my mind I'm manifesting all the things that needed to be out of my life. My root chakra, what is trapped there, I release you. And so forth. Now, meditation and yoga and all that is a form of art in its own way. It's expressing yourself. It's letting everything out. It's beautiful. The only thing that I do wish is that I was born in a different era. Because I feel like being in 1806 and thinking the way that I think, I might have been shot. Hell, I might have even been burned at the stake, but I would have inspired brains then. By the time that we got to 2020, people would be awakened and not asleep. People would understand the world and what we mean and how we speak. It might have been scary at first, but I would have waited. Understanding everything was out would be understanding. Alright, I think I'm going to do green now. Get that heart chakra out there. Alright, and with that I'm going to take a break. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Bye.